Hey guys, Joice here. Welcome to Sewing with Joice, and today we are gonna make this wrap skirt with ruffles. I'll start to make the pattern for my skirt by measuring my total waist and then adding half of this measure with the total waist. And then I'll divide this measure in two and mark in the paper. We are only using half of this measure because we are making half of the total of the skirt. We are going to fold the fabric and cut the fabric on fold. And the next measure we need is the length of the skirt. We just draw the length of the actual skirt and not the ruffles. Now I'm gonna measure in myself what is the length that I want my skirt to open. This is gonna be the beginning of the slit that the wrap skirt made, and then I'll mark in the pattern around the edge of the skirt and cut, leaving 1 centimeter or half an inch of seam allowance. Now I can fold the fabric, place the pattern on top and then cut it. To prevent my fabric from fray, I always serge right after I cut it, and if you don't have a serger, you can use a zigzag stitch. Now I fold the fabric to fit in my cutting mat, and then I cut the stripes to make my waistband. It's a really long stripe because I need more fabric to tie a knot and secure the skirt on my body. And then I also cut the stripes for my ruffles. You can use any size that you want, any length that you want, but this is the measures that I used on mine. After cutting, I serged the fabric and also put it together all the stripes that I had. And now I'm gonna make the hem of the ruffles stripes because this is easier for me to ruffle them later. So I fold twice, 1 centimeter in or half an inch, and then use a straight stitch. To make the ruffles, I'll use a gathering foot in the machine. I'll use a longer stitch in the machine and also move the tension button until I have a gathering that I'm happy with. Now I can sew the stripe that I made for the ruffles, and I'll have a long stripe of gather fabric. This is how my skirt looks like. I can put my skirt in the right fabric up and then use the right side of the fabric down of the ruffles. I'll pin the ruffles in the skirt and then sew with a straight stitch. To sew the gather ruffles in place, I like to go with my fingers and pushing them down so I can have a really clean stitch over the ruffles. Now I will attach the waistband on the skirt. I'll start by marking the middle of the waistband as well as the middle of the skirt. Then I'll put my skirt wrong side out and place the waistband right side down on the skirt. Then I'll pin it and sew it. Now I'll stitch the rest of the fabric that is out of the skirt. I'll fold right sides together and then sew with a straight stitch until I almost reach the skirt. I'll leave about 5 inches open so I can turn right side of the stripe out. I'll use a scissor closed to help me take the right side of the stripe out. Now we only have to stitch in place the rest of the waistband that is going to be attached to the skirt. I'll fold 1 centimeter in of the top of the waistband and then fold it in half and place it in the front part of the skirt like I'm doing in the video. Then I'll stitch a straight stitch over the entire skirt. And that's it, the skirt is done. And this is how I like to use the skirt. You can place the open of the skirt and the ruffles in any size that you want. You can use it in your sides or in the front or in the back. And this is how I like to use it. And I also made this top from the same fabric to match. And you can learn how to do this by clicking in the card here or in the information box. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!